Okay, Maya, picture this. You're diving into a freezing cold lake in Japan, right? You look down at the bottom, and instead of just rocks and mud, you see thousands of these perfectly round velvet green orbs. It looks like a giant underwater ball pit for mermaids.
A ball pit for mermaids? That's a very Leo mental image. What are we actually talking about?
They're called Marimo, or if you want to be all scientific, Agagropala brownie. But basically, they're these rare spherical algae balls. People keep them as pets. I'm obsessed. I've been reading about them all morning, and honestly, they might be the chillest living things on the planet.
Wait, I think I've seen those in plant shops. They're usually in little glass jars, right? But I always thought they were, I don't know, just moss someone rolled into a ball.
Exactly. That's what everyone thinks. But here's the kicker. It's not moss at all. It's actually a type of filamentous green algae that just decides to grow in a circle. And it's not like there's a rock in the middle that it grows around. It's algae all the way down. It's like a living snowball, but green and squishy.
No way. So there's no seed or core? It's just a ball of itself?
Just a ball of itself. It's totally hollowless. And the name Marimo is actually beautiful. A Japanese botanist named Takiya Kawakami coined it in 1898. Mari is like a bouncy play ball, and mo is a general term for water plants. So literally, ball seaweed.
That's adorable. But how do they stay round? I mean, if it's just algae, wouldn't it just spread out and take over the lake floor like a carpet?
You'd think, right? But this is the cool part. They only stay round because of the lake's rhythm. The gentle wave action at the bottom of these shallow lakes basically acts like a tumble dryer. It keeps them rolling and rotating so every single side gets a tan. Well, gets sunlight for photosynthesis.
Wait, really? So if the water stops moving, they lose their shape?
Totally. If they get stuck or the water stays too still, they can actually fall apart or grow into weird flat mats. And check this out. This is the mind-blowing part. They are green all the way through. Even the inside is packed with dormant chloroplasts.
Wait, why would the inside be green? If they're a solid ball, the light can't reach the center, right?
Exactly. But if a Marimo ball accidentally breaks apart, those sleeping cells in the middle wake up in a matter of hours and start photosynthesizing to grow new balls. It's like, imagine if you lost an arm and that arm just turned into a whole new version of you.
Okay, maybe let's not use that analogy for our sanctuary show, Leo. That's a bit sci-fi horror.
Fair. But it's pure survival. In Iceland, the fishermen have a much less poetic name for them. They call them kuluskitur.
That sounds less cute. What does it mean?
Ballmuck, because they'd get tangled in their fishing nets. One man's lake goblin, which is what the Ainu people in Japan call them, by the way, is another man's ballmuck.
Lake Goblin is actually kind of sweet. It sounds like something out of a Studio Ghibli movie. Speaking of which, didn't you mention people keep them as pets? Do they actually do anything?
They're the lowest maintenance pets ever. They grow super slowly, only about 5 millimeters a year. Some of the big ones in Lake Akan in Japan are like 30 centimeters wide. They could be over 100 years old. They just sit there looking velvety, and occasionally they float to the top and then sink back down when they've had enough sun.
Honestly, that sounds like a vibe I can get behind. Just floating around and being green. You know, before you dive into the next fact, I should probably tell everyone if you're enjoying this little deep dive into the weird and wonderful parts of our world, you should definitely join the loop.
Yes, join us.
Get your daily curiosity fix and come back tomorrow. We love having you here. Anyway, Leo, back to the green goblins. Are they in danger? You mentioned they're rare.
Yeah, sadly, they're pretty sensitive. If the water gets too many nutrients, like from farming runoff, it messes with them. They've almost disappeared from Lake Mývatn in Iceland, though they're starting to make a comeback, which is awesome. Japan has been protecting them since the 1920s. They actually have a 3-day Marimo festival every October.
A festival for algae. That is so wholesome.
It really is. The Ainu people have this beautiful tradition with them. Oh, and for the anime fans out there, you know Zoro from One Piece, the guy with the green hair?
Yeah?
His nickname is Marimo because of the spiky green hair. It's a whole thing.
I can see it. But wait, I heard something recently about these being banned or something in pet stores. Was that a dream?
No, you're spot on. A couple of years ago, they found invasive zebra mussels hitching a ride on Marimo balls in pet stores. It was a huge deal because those mussels can wreck local ecosystems. So if you have one, you have to be super careful not to just toss the water down the drain. It's all about protecting the real-world lakes.
It's a good reminder that even the cutest, most chill things are part of a much bigger, fragile system.
Totally. But man, I just love the idea of these little velvet spheres just rolling around at the bottom of a lake for a century, just being balls.
It's a peaceful image to end on. Thanks for bringing the Marimo to the porch today, Leo.
Anytime. I'm off to go see if I can find a plushie version.
See you again soon, everyone. Stay curious.